In this video, I'm going to take a design that's already on Redbubble, this one right here, and I'm going to change it and level it up and hopefully make it better so that it can get more sales. Let's go. Thanks for joining me on this video. My name is Juna with Detour Shirts. I've been designing and selling t-shirts online since 2005, and my channel is all about helping you to learn how to design and sell t-shirts online. If that's something you want to learn how to do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button right there. So in this video, I wanted to take a design that's already on Redbubble. You've seen it right here, and I'm going to level it up. I talked to the person who made this. His name's Patrick, and he does a lot of cruise t-shirts, and I wanted to help him out and show him what he could do to level up his design to make it so that people would want to buy it. Now, this isn't a guarantee that people will buy it, but I think by doing some design principles, some of the t-shirt design principles that I've learned over the years, I can help people like Patrick and new designers to make the designs just a little bit better for t-shirts. I think a lot of new designers know graphic design and can put things together, but t-shirt design is just a little bit different and you have to follow some basic rules. So in this video, I'm going to point out what's good and bad about this particular design and what you can change, what you can do to level this thing up. And I'm going to use some clip art and Affinity Designer to put it all together. So let's get into Affinity Designer right now. So here I am in Affinity Designer. Now you don't have to use Affinity Designer. You can use Canva or Illustrator or whatever you want. I'm just using Affinity Designer because that's what I use to design t-shirts. First, we're going to talk about the design that's on here. So you can see he used this cruise mode on. That's what we're going to stick with. I'm not going to change the words on that. And then some of the graphics that he used were sunglasses, a cruise ship, palm trees, sunset, and the power button right here for, on and off power button. So I'm going to try and stick to those kind of elements and make my design around that. I'm not going to totally change everything on here. I mean, it is going to look totally different, but I'm going to try and use some of the elements that he's talking about. So I'm going to do this. So these are some of the things that I want to fix. So this is my plan to fix it. I think there's way too many colors and colors that don't match, at least on a black t-shirt. I can count a whole bunch right here, and you got a full color picture of the cruise ship and a photo and all these, and this blue here is kind of like bursting out with a blur and stuff like that. So I'm going to try and keep it more simple as far as colors go. And then the cruise mode is on. It's kind of disconnected. You got cruise mode on up at the top here, and then you got this power button, which may not give that feeling of cruise mode on and off kind of thing. I'm going to change that to kind of a slider is what we're used to. I'll show you how to do that. And then there's just a lot going on and it's not tied together. You got a lot of elements here, but they're not working all together. That's the problem I see here. And it just doesn't look like a t-shirt design. It looks more like a graphic design where you're maybe doing for a magazine or a book or something like that. A t-shirt design is just a little easier to read, little easier on the eyes kind of thing. So I'm going to show you some examples on how I do that. So that's what I'm going to try and fix here. The first thing we need is some artwork, and I'm going to show you where I'm going to get my artwork from and why I picked it. There's lots of places to get artwork. I'm just going to pick one of these and use that to make my design. So here I am on Creative Market. This is one of the places that you could go to get some graphics. You could do Canva, you could do Creative Fabrica, you could do Vexels, you could do whatever. Etsy probably has some as well. I like Creative Market. They have a lot of clip arts kind of stuff that I like. And I've gotten graphics from other places too, but I just typed in cruise here and did a search, and look at this one. This one looks like it would be perfect because it has quotes and everything, and they look like t-shirt designs, right? So if you're new to designing t-shirts, go and get some bundles that look like t-shirt designs. It doesn't cost that much. I'm gonna spend $9 here and get these. We can look at some of these designs. Look, they're nice. The thing about t-shirt designs, you can see that they're easy to read. They're in kind of a tall square, a tall rectangle to fit the t-shirt, right? And we're going to use some elements like these. They have the palm trees. They have the ship right here, the cruise ship. To have some nice text, some nice doodle kind of stuff. You know, if I want to put drinks on it, I can. And the nice thing about this bundle is I got a whole bunch of things here. I could make something about the beach, or I could use the sunglasses or something. Look at this. This says cruise hair, don't care. I could do something like that. Another thing you want to do though is take elements from these. You don't want to just take this directly and put it on a t-shirt. You're going to want to use this word cruise in something, and maybe the eyeglasses from something. So this is a really nice thing to just get a lot of clip art and a lot of ideas and some nice custom fonts, you know, for these special words that we're doing. I could take this seashell again, or use the word sea in something else. So you can see how they're laid out. They're laid out in a great way to do on t-shirts. So people who are new to t-shirt design, go get some bundles right away. Don't spend too much on it, or look at examples of what t-shirts look like and save those so that you have examples of what t-shirt designs look like and kind of get used to designing that way. So now that we have these, I'm going to download these and then I'm going to bring them into Affinity Designer and show you what I can do with them. So we're back into Affinity Designer, and I got a couple of things that I got from that bundle. I got this one right here. You've probably seen this, and this one. So I'm going to use the word cruise from here. So you can see it's a nice handwritten cruise. And I'm going to use some elements from this one. Let me just zoom in so you can see right here. The palm trees, right, like he had on the t-shirt, and the ship, the cruise ship. And I like this font right here. I have a font that's similar, so I'm going to make mode in that one, and you can see I've got this doodles right here. So I brought it in and I put it all together, and I got this cruise mode. You can see I'm using elements there. The last thing that you need is this on and off switch. So cruise mode on. Instead of the power button, I have like this slider, right? And you may be wondering, how do I make this slider? It's really easy. It's just a round rectangle and a circle and some text. But if you have assets, you can go to your assets panel and look at iOS, look at controls, and here's a slider right here, right? It's a smaller slider, so if you click on this and grab these two and just make it bigger so you can fit the word on there, there's your slider. So real easy to do with the assets panel in Affinity Designer. So, and I like how this laid out. So one of the tips that you need to know is to make it a tall rectangle. So tall rectangle, let's do this. I'm gonna put maybe a smaller stroke so you can see what I'm talking about. See the shape, see that shape of the design? I'm kind of containing it to this tall rectangle, right? Right there. And it's one of the other things that you might want to do, you might have seen this in one of my videos, is to kind of layer it. So cruise, top line, you got the graphics, second line, mode, the third line, and on the fourth line there. So they're all kind of contained in their own horizontal line, right? So that's another tip to do, just to make it laying it out the right way. Just real easy layout, right? One of the things to note when you bring in these is they're all together. See all those dots? So in order to get this cruise out here, I can't just click on it and take out the word cruise because they're all connected. But what you could do, and this took me just a little while to do, is you can double click on these and then select all the points that are not cruise and delete them. So I can come in here, take these out, and some of them you might have to get in a little closer to take them out. So let me get in a little closer here. Boom. I know this can be a little tedious, but you know, sometimes you buy these bundle packs and they're not separated in layers. Hey, for you guys that do these bundle packs, make them separated in layers. But there you go, cruise. So I just took cruise right there, and I did the same thing with this one and took everything out. You can see this one's all connected, so I kind of had to separate them, and they're separated here now in this, so you can see those. So now that's laid out. I like the layout of that. Now I'm going to take it a level up again and add some color. So this is great on a white t-shirt, you know, basic black on white. And if you're doing traditional screen printing, this is great because it's just one color and it works. And for a sticker too, this is great for a sticker on Redbubble, you know, just black on white, real nice. But if you want to do it on a black shirt, which most people buy black shirts or dark shirts, we're going to have to do some changes. So let me show you what I did here. So here it is, just changing everything from white, or that was black, to white. You can see it works well on a black t-shirt. You can add some color, some simple color. I would suggest, if you're new to color and you don't know what colors to choose, just choose one color. So I'm just using white and light blue. Why light blue? Because the ocean, cruise, light blue. And so you can see I'm kind of separating the colors, right? White, light blue, white, light blue. So real easy to do. And then this makes the words stand out too. Cruise mode are in white. Those are the important ones. You want them to stand out first, and the secondary thing, the graphics is secondary. Push that to the back, right, with the color. So because it's not as bright, it kind of gets pushed back to the background, even though it's on the same level in your design. Visually, it's kind of getting pushed back, right? The next thing you want to do is on here, on his, he had like a gradient, right, or a vintage sunset, and I'm gonna teach you how to do that with a gradient. So you might have seen my quick tips in Affinity Designer. What this is just a gradient. So if I selected all of these right here and this one, you're gonna see that I have a gradient on there. And I pick this, see that gradient? So you can do that too. It's just going from that color to white to that light blue right there. So that's an easy way to add some color. Just pick 2 colors, 3 colors, and make it a gradient. I think that turned out pretty good as far as color. And you can experiment with color. Maybe just do a blue to white. If you're scared and not know what color, you could go crazy and do some, this color to blue to white and have fun with that. Now you may be thinking, well, he had a vintage sunset in the background with the lines and everything. Now you could do that. It's going to take a lot more, but here I did it. There's that vintage sunset right here that he had in his. If you don't know how to do the gradient or do this outline, I have a couple of quick tips that I just made. I'll put the link in the description. They're really quick, less than 3-minute videos, how to do that. So you can see this outline here and there. Now again, I'm using color. You're gonna have to find a nice vintage color palette to get these. I'm just doing kind of a light yellow to orange to red to blue, kind of, and why blue on the bottom? Because the ocean and vintage sunset at the top. So that's why I've chose those colors. You're gonna have to think of those kinds of things when you add colors to here. So nice fun color version of it, and it works great on black and things like that. So I still kept the elements that he had in there. The only thing I'm missing is sunglasses. Now I don't have sunglasses, but you could have put these things behind a sunglasses or something like that. I didn't do that. I thought sometimes you don't have to put every single graphic on there. Just because you have more graphics doesn't mean it makes it better, right? So that's another tip right there. Use just enough graphics to get the message across. The words are what's important, and the graphics should tie to the words. Now you can see this is kind of all together. Let's look at them together. I have a before and after. Let's just move down here. So here's my before and after. You can see cruise mode on. We still say cruise mode on. Instead of the power button, we got that slider we got from the iOS right here, these controls. And we still kept the cruise ship and the palm trees, cruise ship and palm trees, which we got from clip art. And we got so much clip art, we can do some more cruise. If you're doing cruise themed t-shirts, now you have all those t-shirt designs, all those graphics that you can use for other cruise inspired t-shirts, right? You can make some other cruise puns and cruise t-shirts. And you can see this one's just the blue one, but we had that color one back there that would show you how to use more colors. I kind of like this one. This is really simple to do. I think this one's gonna take just a little bit more graphic design knowledge how to do this. So I kind of just left it at this one. This can be real simple for a beginner designer, just to do, the different levels. 1, 2, 3, white, light blue, white, light blue, just real easy like that. And I think this stands out a little better. When people are walking by and they see your t-shirt, they'll definitely be able to read this quicker than this and kind of get the idea of what cruise mode on means here. Kind of gets lost, and you have to be able to convey the message in 3 seconds because people are walking by, right? And so this conveys it a lot better, and it has that shape, right, that tall rectangle, where this one kind of gets lost and has some white space here, and we don't know what this is. So hopefully this is a great level up and something that you can easily do in Affinity Designer with some clip art from Creative Market. I think a beginner designer can do something like this, and hopefully this level up will get you more eyeballs on your shirt. Your shirt will stand out now from other people, other beginner designers, and hopefully get more sales on Redbubble, Amazon Merch, and TeePublic and other places like that. So my hope is that these tips that I'm sharing with you will help you level up your design and that you can get more sales on print on demand this year and years to come. So that is it for this video. I hope this video was really helpful for you. If it was, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to this channel already, make sure to hit that subscribe button right there. And before I leave, I wanted to leave with a question of the day. And the question of the day is this: do you have a t-shirt design that you want to level up? Let me know that in the comments. I would love to help you. I helped Patrick on this one, but I think there's a lot of new designers out there that kind of know what to do, but maybe just need a little bit of help. Let me know about your shop, or if you want something for me to look at. Of course, I can't look at all of them, but I may pick yours to do the next level up, so that would be fun. And thanks again for watching this video. And if you want to see more level up t-shirt design videos, click on these videos right here. And as always, guys, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.